on my mind since yesterday. Can I get it off my chest? You ready? He has
Sure.
no idea what's coming. Okay.
No, I don't.
Yesterday, we did a story about what would happen if Trump gets elected and he further extends tax cuts for the rich, right? Now, it is an injustice that ordinary, hardworking Americans have a higher percentage of their income taxed compared to literal billionaires in the country. Okay, I get that conservatives like to focus on the dollar amount, and the dollar amount is much more when it comes to extremely wealthy people. But obviously, percentage-wise, okay, the higher taxes on low income people or lower income people has more of an impact on their lives and their livelihood. Okay, so I still stand by what we said, but I've gotten to a point where I don't trust government, Cenk.
Wow, this is the big reveal. Wait, because I'm like, all right, what is she about to rant about now? Like, I'm ready. I'm totally. I mean, I know it's about the government, but like, what happened? What's the thing that happened? What is the new thing that happened? It's like, I don't trust the government. Your whole country is founded on not trusting authority. Like, bro, what? I mean, I like Anna, I do, but these people, they come, the left really is ran by emotions. And again, I don't really like using those terms. I think those wasted time divisions are just like, well, left, right, whatever, unipart, whatever, right? It is what it is, right? But people have different positions. It is what it is. They really they're Johnny come latelys, like total Johnny come latelys. But okay, Anna, thanks. All right, well, that's it, folks. Like, no, I'm only playing.
Whether it's a Democrat in charge or a Republican in charge, I don't trust government. So in that analysis that we did and talked about, one of the tax breaks that came with Trump's tax cuts for the rich, if he extends it, it would lead to $700 billion in lost revenue for the federal government. So what? So what? What does the federal government do with our money? $700 billion for what? For more aid to other countries in the form of weaponry? Is that what it is?
Tread lightly, Anna. You're almost getting to abolish the Fed. Those words come with a high price. You're almost there. Who do we really owe these dollars to, right? When they talk about the deficit, I'm always kind of like, but who do we owe it to? Why should we even necessarily care? But I got to be careful too, because I'm sounding a little like an anarchist, and I'm not. But it's just a point is that this is a whole different conversation about, the government actually coming up with silverback dollars or whatever. JFK did try to do this. Then, well, anyway, we know what happened with JFK. So tread lightly, Anna. I don't know, if you're really ready. But it's funny. This girl's been on the news for a very long time. And it's like, you're just getting here. Okay, whatever, right?
Which is basically just redistributing our money from taxpayers to weapons contractors and defense contractors.
Yeah, so
it bothers me. I can't sit here and talk about like, the federal government needs more revenue when I've seen what they do with our revenue, Cenk.
Cenk is scared. He's about to, we're going to skip his little thing where he asked for money here. Cenk is a little nervous because, you can tell he's kind of like, like, damn, how am I going to calm her down? He does this all the time. You don't even need to Anna will be right there climbing the ladder to a perfect point. Like, girl, you right about to get there. And Cenk be like, okay, just come back down just a little bit.
It's really important, guys. So there is the issue of whether government is a good thing or a bad thing. And then there's the issue of this current government as it's constituted, this system that we're living under, is that a good thing or a bad thing? And does that spend our money right? So I think the right wing makes an absurd point.
By the way, guys, if you like these clips, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and a notification bell. Really appreciate everybody who's been watching, commenting, and subscribing. Thank you so much.
That government is always bad. Well, okay, wait, you guys
lately.
Want cops, right? Cops are government. Firefighters, government, schools, buildings.
Do you see the absolute reaching that Cenk Uygur is doing right now? We know she's talking about the establishment, actual federal government. We're not talking about government workers, bro.
It's absurd to say government bad. Defense, government, etc. Social Security, Medicare, government. So of course it depends, right? But under this current system, and these two things are being conflated, and then I'm going to get to the political side of this in a second because it's really important. These two things are being conflated. This current government sucks. And it sucks, not because it's Biden. No, by current government, I don't mean right now. I mean the last 40, 50 years. And that's because our Supreme Court legalized bribery. And when they did, corporations that have the most money took over both parties. That's the whole thesis of my book, Justice is Coming, right? And I provide overwhelming evidence. And for those of you who are Democrats, I hate to break your heart, but they totally took over the Democratic Party as well. So now this current government is not a government of the people, by the people, for the people. It's of the corporations, by the corporations, for the corporations. So that's why we all hate it. And then get a load of this. That's genius on so many fronts by the corporations and the powerful, because it destroys the whole point of the Democratic Party. The Republicans were also always for the rich. The Democrats were supposed to be for the average man, but they're not anymore.
So I don't know that the Republicans were always for the rich, especially when I know that there were black people who started a Republican Party in Texas. So like, miss me again. There's a lot of stuff about history that they don't tell you about. The Democrats weren't for the rich. You know that most Democrats were for Jim Crow. I mean, like, we could get really, but we never break things down because people are still beholden to their side. Remove the sides. Remove the sides. Be beholden to the truth and just talk. That's it.
So that's a giant problem for the Democrats. Number two, it makes the government look bad, look like an evil organization. So that is also helpful to the Republicans and hurts the Democratic Party because the government keeps screwing us. They take our money, they send it over to Israel to kill more people. They take our money and give it to oil companies and subsidies for the most profitable companies in the world. They constantly take our money and give it to corporations. So then people hate government, right? So that also helps the Republican Party, which was originally formed to help rich people. So the entire system now gets
you get going very good, and then it goes right back to you still not just talking. Bro, we get it. You don't like Republicans, okay? Right now, I don't like them either, okay? But I'm still not gonna say that they were only created for the rich.
You're swirling around and angry and directs you towards policies that help rich people.
Do you know that it was the Democrats who opened the back door to China to come in the 90s to like start to do, with all the trading for free and everything else? And it was Democrats who did that. Republicans obviously were happy about it too, because they could get their businesses and everything, stocks, all that. Like, I get it, right? But this has always been a thing for Democrats. All right, chill out.
And so the Republicans and Democrats have been doing good cop, bad cop on us for the last 50 years. And that's why you're frustrated like this, Anna.
Yeah,
and that's why you speak for the country. At
some point, the arguments made, look, I'm not libertarian, you guys know that, but the argument of taxation is theft starts to resonate because.
But how long did it take? All right, so okay, let's
under this government,
because you see how much gets taken out of your paychecks, and you see your quality of life dwindle away year after year, election cycle after election cycle. I'm supposed to sit here and get real upset that the federal government doesn't have the kind of revenue that it could if they just tax us more and tax wealthy people more. What are you gonna do with the money? Are you gonna actually fight for policies that are gonna improve the lives of Americans? And so far, I have not seen much of that happen. Okay, you wanna tout the infrastructure bill. What was the infrastructure bill? There's a provision in there that privatizes public infrastructure. I'm not excited about that, but I'm supposed to celebrate it? Really? Okay, fine. And then there's the provisions that provides government grants, meaning our taxpayer money, to corporations.
Yep.
Listen, Anna, fine. I guess I need to just be calm with everybody because, hey, I didn't know everything when I was born either. But the thing is, I haven't been making content forever like this girl. So it's to me, I feel like she's been privy to a lot more information than I have been. Obviously, there was information out there for me to get, but I was too lazy to do so until, 2020. That's a whole different story, right? But, after just a little bit of information, you start to see hey, these things aren't adding up here. The only silver lining I guess I will give right now is the fact that, look, a lot of people are coming to these conclusions and starting to wake up and realizing that we're not really divided as much as we think we are, and we have the same complaints. So I guess I'll say that, and maybe I'll just leave it right there, because I leave it on a high note. The American citizen is waking up to the BS, and I'm here for it. Kind of wish it was a little early from the ones who already had the information, but I'm totally here for it.